And news now at this hour begins in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, where we understand that the retail price of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, has dropped to 965 naira per litre in the Federal Capital Territory. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited effected the new price across its retail outlets in the capital city to the delight of customers. The new amount is the second price drop in less than 2 weeks from 1,060 naira earlier this month. At its mega station located along Uwase Zone 4 and Olusegun Obasanjo Way Central area, the price of the commodity was sold at 965 naira per litre, with commuters scrambling to join the long queue. But independent and major marketers sold their products at between 1,030 naira and 1,070 naira across various locations visited by our correspondent. Let's now cross over to our correspondent live, Joshua Marai, who is at the capital in Abuja. Joshua, hello and well done. Where are you and what's the latest?
Well, I am here currently at the NNPC Mega Filling Station here in the Federal Capital, particularly at Church Gate. And Christmas just came too early for Nigerians as we are experiencing a drop in the price of premium motor spirit. To the delight of many Nigerians, it is something that is coming at the very nick of time to give succor to Nigerians. But however, the case is not particular to every Nigerian, because I just spoke to a man who confirmed to me that is no good news to him, that doesn't care, that does not change anything, considering the fact that Nigeria has a large deposit of crude oil at its disposal to provide for this particular time.
And just to be clear, right, we know that the price have dropped twice, you know, from 1,030 naira to now 1,070 and now 965 naira. How are the commuters and drivers around just taking the price? And has it affected, trickled down to the price of transportation from one spot to another with the commercial vehicles?
Well, the reduce in pump price of premium motor spirit has not directly affected the price of transport fares in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. But what we can see now is that Nigerians, particularly drivers, they are happy with this reduce in pump price of the premium motor spirit. But however, not everybody is happy as to the reduce in pump price. I spoke to a man not quite long ago who told me he's not particularly happy about anything, that it does not change anything for Nigerians. Well, in Nigeria, popularly, we all know that whatever goes up does not come down. But here in the capital, we are seeing a different case in the pump price of premium motor spirit. Now, join me as I show you how it is here. And as you can see, the meter is reading 965 naira here at the NNPC 4 station, the NNPC L4 station here in Church Gate. It is one of the mega filling stations of the NNPC. Now, we are supposed to see this spread across the several filling stations in Nigeria's capital here in Abuja. But what we can see now is that we are sure that this is the only place we've seen this price take effect. And drivers particularly are happy about the entire situation. But it does not stop the fact that some people are still not happy about the reduce in pump price.
Yes, indeed. I'm so glad you're taking us round. Is there a chance we can talk to anyone at that filling station? Are you able to get anyone for us to just speak to very quickly?
Well, it will be of very importance to talk to some of the people around, but I will try as much as possible to speak to a woman who is just approaching the filling station now. Join me as I take you to her. Good afternoon, ma. Now we can see that there has been a decrease in the pump price of premium motor spirit to 965 naira. How does that sound to you?
900 and what?
65 naira. How does that sound to you in this period now?
Well, it's okay. We thank God, but we want more. We wanted to reduce it more.
To like how much?
To 300.
But does this current reduce in price, does it have any effect on your budget?
Yes, very well. It has great effect on my budget. And it seems to be cheaper in the market now. Things are very expensive. So when there's reduced in price, things will get better. And people will reduce their price, transportation costs will be cheaper. So people will reduce their prices of goods. But with high cost on the fuel price, transportation is very high. So people will increase their prices. So once to reduce more, we'll be very happy if you reduce more.
Okay, your name and what you do, ma'am?
My name is Mary Love, an educator.
Just ahead from Mary Love, who is saying that she wants more reduction in the price of premium motor spirit. That this is just the beginning. That it should be expected more, so as to cushion the entire effect of the economy on Nigerians here in the capital.
Well, Joshua, I must say thank you so much for taking out the time to talk to us this afternoon. Well done. We'll come back to you for more update with our subsequent bulletin. But Joshua Marai, our correspondent live in the capital, Abuja. Meanwhile, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria says petrol prices will drop to 935 naira per litre starting today, following new measures by Dangote Refinery. The reduction comes after Dangote slashed its ex-depot price by 7.27%, lowering the cost from 970 naira to 899 naira 50 kobo per litre. National President of the association, Alhaji Garima, praised the refinery for the move, highlighting its introduction of credit terms for marketers. The price quote aims to stabilize fuel costs and ensure uniform pricing nationwide. This development is expected to bring relief to consumers as the new pricing structure takes effect. Away from that, the federal government has condoled with the families of the victims of the Anambra, Abuja, and Ibadan stampedes. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris, who conveyed the condolences, however, cautioned those politicizing the unfortunate incidents, saying Tinubu's reset of the economy has nothing to do with the stampedes' deaths. The minister said the tragedies were deeply saddening and underscores the importance of ensuring proper crowd management during such charitable activities, especially during the festive season. Acknowledging the noble intentions of organizers seeking to bring relief to vulnerable members of society, the minister admonished all individuals and organizations planning similar events to comply with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, on liaison with the police formations for effective crowd control and security measures. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has described the 3 recent food stampedes in Nigeria as an ugly testament to the alarming level of misery, poverty, hunger, starvation, sense of hopelessness, and desperation for survival currently plaguing our nation, end quote. Under the President Bola Tinubu's led All Progressives Congress APC government. In a statement on Sunday, PDP spokesperson, and that's Debo Ologunagba, said the tragic stampedes at private food distribution events in Oyo and Anambra states, as well as Abuja, which claimed the lives of over 30 citizens, could have been averted. The PDP commiserated with the families of the victims of the 3 food queues stampedes and called for urgent medical attention for the survivors. A funfair event intended to bring joy to thousands of children in Ibadan, Oyo State, ended in tragedy on the 18th of December as 35 children lost their lives in stampede. The incident occurred at an Islamic high school in the heart of Ibadan, where the event was held. News Central's Igbalani Omoni provides further details. Take a look.
According to eyewitness, the venue, an Islamic high school in Ibadan, Oyo State, was overwhelmed with residents from far and near, all attempting to gain entry for their children. Many had arrived a day before the event, with some even sleeping at the venue in anticipation. The event, which was meant to be a private funfair for approximately 5,000 children aged 1 to 13, was reportedly free, with rumors of promised gifts or items. However, these rumors remained unconfirmed. Sadly, the stampede resulted in the loss of 35 young lives, with 6 children currently undergoing treatment.
So time yẹn Oríyọmí wá kọjá Àgídìgbò bó ṣe wá kọjá so àwọn èèyàn ṣáà pariwo máa yẹn wá padà lọ kò pẹ́ là ń gbọ́ lórí station tó ń pariwo pé àwọn ò ṣe pátí mọ́ pé àwọn èèyàn táwọn need ó ti tó bọ́ kán tó wọ́n ṣe ń dé àwọn èèyàn ṣáà fi mọ́tò wọ́n fi ń kó wọn wá. Èrò mọ́tò wo ló fi ń kó àwọn èèyàn? Wọ́n fi fẹ́ ṣàgbé wọn wá wọ́n lo Highlander oríṣiríṣi mọ́tò travel mọ́tò tó ń lọ sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ so kò pẹ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn láṣàrí tí wọ́n lọ sí gate pé Oríyọmí ti dé èmi ò mọ̀ bóyá inú gate náà gbà wọlé or anywhere wọ́n ṣe ṣí gate àwọn àgbàlagbà ìròyìn ti pọ̀ jù wọ́n ṣàn tẹ àwọn ọmọ mọ́lẹ̀.
ọmọ mi ò tí pọ̀ ọmọ 20 years ó kọ́ ọmọ 4-5 dání kí ló fẹ́ fi bọ́ ọ kò sí kírú ẹ̀ má ṣẹlẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ọmọ yẹn kú 99% wọn tọ́mọ wọn kú kì í ṣe pé wọ́n kí ẹ̀ tó yẹn kì í ṣe bí àwọn tó wá sún ṣe nǹkan kan wọn kí ẹ̀ tó yẹn o ẹnìkan ní láti máa sọ fún èmi wípé àti bíi 5 lòun ti gbọ́ news wípé káwọn má wá pé ṣùgbọ́n òun náà débẹ̀ ẹni tí ọkọ ẹ̀ bá balẹ̀ kò ní dìde kó máa bọ̀ ń bẹ̀ kò ní wọ́ kò possible federal government ní kó wá nǹkan ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ kì í ṣe àwọn tó ṣe nǹkan kan kò níhùn wípé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan kan but iṣẹ́ yẹn ti pọ̀ jù ọ̀fẹ́ dẹ̀ tún ni but tí federal government bá wá nǹkan tí oúnjẹ bá wálẹ̀ gidi ráìsì gangan láyé ń jẹ jù.
The organizers of the event, including ex-Queen Naomi Shilekwala and publicist Oriyomi Hamzat of Agidigbo FM, have been arrested alongside the school's principal, Mr. Fasasi Abdullahi. Despite reports that approval for the event came from the Ministry of Education, the school has been locked down with no one present at the site. This tragic incident is the latest in the series of stampedes across the country, resulting in the loss of 67 lives within 4 days. Many attributed these incidents to the escalating cost of living in Nigeria.
And when they had maybe a free food anyway, everybody will go. So it's poverty and the high cost of living.
nǹkan tó yẹn bá fẹ́ ṣe tó yẹn bá wò pé bóyá èèyàn thousands ni mo fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí fún bóyá kéèyàn reduce ẹ̀ ọ̀ kéèyàn dẹ̀ lọ ọ̀ àkọ́kọ́ tó pàtàkì jù nísìnyí pé ibi tọ́rọ̀ ilé ìdódóró báyìí ó dáa kéèyàn lọ gba approval tó gba approval á ní full security máa wà fún àwọn nǹkan yìí láti ṣe.
ìyẹn ò mẹ́rin wàhálà tó pọ̀ ń lù àìríjẹ àrímu òṣì tó pọ̀ ló máa ń èèyàn pọ̀ lọ ọbẹ̀ láti sọ pé kí wọ́n rí nǹkan tó ń fi sẹ́nu.
As the nation mourns the loss of these young lives, there is a growing call for the federal government to address the issues of hunger and its underlying causes to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. In Ibadan, Oyo State, for News Central, I am Igbalani Omani.
Igbalani there with that report from Oyo, Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. We're going to short break. When we return, the petrol rate reduction. We have Ipman to announce their drop in the PMS prices and also give us a bit of insight on this PMS price drops that we've been seeing across the country. Stay with us. And welcome back. Earlier, we told you about the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association Nigeria, Ipman, as they have said that the petrol price will drop to 935 naira per litre starting today following new measures by Dangote Refinery. And the price cut is aimed to stabilize fuel costs and ensure uniform pricing nationwide. And to join us now to discuss this further we're joined by the Ipman Publicity Secretary, Ukadike Chinedu. Ukadike, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us this afternoon. Let's just get started. Can you confirm that the prices of petrol has indeed dropped to 935 naira per litre starting today?
Yes. In line with the arrangement with MRS and Dangote, we have been issued with an information and a written address by Chejina, that's the publicity secretary of Dangote, that marketers can be able to take petroleum products from MRS and sell in their filling station at the rate of 935 naira. So it's also a welcome development because the most important thing is that Nigerians are looking, forward to see that petroleum products will go down in terms of the export price. And we in the independent marketers, that is a win-win solution for us because definitely once the product goes down, we also have what we call increase in our turnover, which is very, very important. So now that is the year-two period, we're no longer suffering the issue of scarcity of petroleum products. We're no longer suffering that. You can see that almost we are in a festive mood at this particular point in time. You can see I have a tag of my United Super Progressive Union. That's my own town union. And most of our people who bought petroleum products all the way from Lagos, we're also happy, but also hearing for more decrease in the pump price. So Independent Marketers Petroleum Products, Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, we are happy and with a welcome development.
And how will this reduction in ex-depot price translate to actual pump prices, for consumers at filling stations across the country?
Yeah, the filling stations across the country will definitely reflect on this price, because what we are doing now is price driven by market forces. Once you cannot be able to reduce your prices, it means that your customers will go to the next filling stations where they have price reduction. So there is no need in terms of a price template or a price regime. It is the demand and supply, the market sources that determine sales of petroleum products. So independent marketers like something here in the east, people are selling already 990, and in the west, people are selling within the range of 900, 950, 960, 970. So it will continue to go like that until the pump price will shape up to that 935. But the most significant aspect of this that need to be discussed is that the agreement between Dangote and FRSC does not in any way affect other independent marketers. Because as independent marketers, we also have assumed and agreed that Dangote should have signed this agreement with us directly, so that we can be able to take directly and know the conditions of this agreement and be able to sell within the price range that was stipulated to our consumers. Now that we're not going to take from Dangote, that is what we are for. We don't want this sense of round tripping, going from one tank farm owner or one filling station owner to another. So it will make it very, very easier for us to be able to be at the first burning point of this petroleum product and ensure that our marketers get these dividends of this reduction. Because for now, independent marketers cannot be able to sell at 935 naira per liter, because it is another double transaction of paying to FRSC. FRSC now will pay to Dangote. So although it's a welcome development, most of our members who could be able to do that are doing it. But we are looking for a holistic arrangement whereby independent marketers, can sign this arrangement directly with Dangote and be able to execute it as quickly as possible, so that well-meaning Nigerians can be able to take possession of these petroleum products and sell to their consumers.
Right. I mean, I have to ask you at this point, Ukadike, as much as we're seeing this as a competition, but at what level would this competition impact the Nigerian petroleum market, industry? But most importantly, how sustainable is this reduction in ex-depot price? Are there any factors that could potentially lead to a price increase in the future? Those are the questions that are really important for us at this time.
Yeah, your fear is as good as mine, because for now, we have adequate supply of petroleum products. They are going to have reassured us that there is adequate supply of petroleum products, and as far as it's concerned, it will continue to produce petroleum products for Nigeria, and it has enough even to supply to West Africa. Now the NNPC has also started a refinery, and the NNDPR has given some people license to be able to bring petroleum products. So we have 3 sources of petroleum products in Nigeria, and I think anything that can be able to bring price increase will lead to scarcity of petroleum products. Now the issue of scarcity of petroleum has been taken care of, and we have 3 sources of sourcing products. Now once you have source of products, scarcity has been eradicated. But anytime we have short of supply of petroleum products, you also find out that scarcity will emanate. So now that we have sources, we have NNPC, we have Dangote, and NNDPR has given some full license to be able to import petroleum products. So we have abundant and sufficient source of petroleum products. So what we are now battling now is price. So once that one is eradicated, price will not be a problem. It is only when it becomes mono, that is only one particular source that you have petroleum product. That is when you see that the source will be able to manipulate it or profiteer, because it's only source and there is no competition anymore. But once a competition is static and is considered and it's increasing. Like now that I'm also hearing that some other refinery and what assuming they are also overhauling their plans to be able to produce PMS because their fear of government subsidy has been eradicated. They can also be able to make profits from what they are doing. So that is the essence of it. And once the beauty of deregulation is here with us, and we, the independent marketer, we will explore our avenue to ensure that we get petroleum products at a very cheaper price and discharge it in our filling station and sell at the minimum price. Look at what is happening. You know, we started with 1,300.
Yeah.
From there to 1,200. And as the product is reducing,
right,
we're also reducing. Now, marketers, independent marketers are selling 900 and something naira. Even as against what NNPC filling stations are selling. The queues in NNPC filling stations have disappeared because we are now at the front burner. We can be able to compete with major marketers and NNPC.
Well, Okadike, I must say thank you for taking out the time to have this conversation with us. We know that you have retired home for the season, so season's greetings from all of us to you. Enjoy your Christmas.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Away from that, a former minority leader and member representing Umaniche State constituency in the State's House of Assembly, Ikedi Ezekwesili, says the state can get a better alternative to the present government. Ezekwesili, in a chat with journalists in Umuahia, recently believes the incumbent governor, Alex Otti, cannot be the best the state can have. He wants the people to have an open mind in 2027 to ensure they identify some qualities in anyone they vote for to enable them go for the best in the elections.
Forward, this movement is engaged in sensitizing Abians regarding, from the point of reality now, what we need to do and the direction for 2027 gubernatorial elections. You know, Abians are yearning for a government that will have a nexus with them, and not the one that is the government that is separated from Abians. Abians want a government where they have a direct access to government and governance.
To security matters, troops of Joint Task Force Southeast Operation Udo Kai said they have neutralized 13 armed men to describe that they described as members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and nabbed 3 kidnappers in Southeast. The spokesperson of the task force, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Onuakalu, made this known in a statement on Monday in Enugu. He said the feat was in furtherance of the troops' clearance operations to make the Southeast safe and peaceful throughout this Yuletide. According to Onuakalu, the force commander, Major General Hassan Dada, had called on all well-meaning citizens to continue to support the Joint Task Force and stated that citizens of the Southeast can do this by providing timely and reliable as well as credible information. The federal government has declared Wednesday, December 25th and Thursday, December 26th, as well as Wednesday, January 1st, 2025, as public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year celebrations. This announcement was made by the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, through a statement signed by the ministry's Permanent Secretary, Magdalene Ajani, on Monday. Tunji-Ojo extended greetings to Nigerians, encouraging citizens to embrace the season's values of love, peace, and unity. He stated that Christmas season is being recognized as a time for both spiritual reflection and national renewal. As people celebrate the birth of Jesus, the Prince of Peace, there is a call for kindness and goodwill to be extended to one another regardless of differences. He highlighted the need for Nigerians to strengthen familiar and community bonds, fostering harmony that contributes to national development. Nigerians are also expressing discontent with the country's economic downturn, particularly the decline in purchasing power as inflation rates reach an all-time high. With just 2 days to the Christmas celebrations, there has been a mixed reaction from traders regarding this year's celebration. News Central's Amazing Adesanya has more in this report. To bring you that report and our subsequent bulletins. In the meantime, with the festive season in full swing, transportation parks across the country are experiencing a surge in activity. In Abuja's Jabi Motor Park, located within the federal capital, travelers say the rise in transportation fares is biting hard on their budget. News Central's Joshua Marai takes a closer look at the impact on commuters and transport operators alike. Take a look.
Jabi Motor Park in Abuja's Municipal Area Council is bustling with activity as travelers depart the capital for various destinations. Typically less crowded, the park is now filled with Nigerians eager to take the journey back home in order to spend the Yuletide with their families and loved ones. Among them is Timmy Edwards, who, like many others, is contending with the increase in bus fares.
Like I said earlier this week, it was, I was going to Lokoja, it was 7,500, and today is 9,200. And tomorrow is still going to go more than this later.
These fares increases, though common during festive periods, are adding to the challenges faced by travelers like Joy Akko. She knows that the rise in petrol prices compared to other years has directly impacted the cost of interstate transportation.
Because of the increase in the fuel price, everything has hiked up. So the prices are way too high, but what can one do? Before, normally it used to be like 9,000, but I think presently now they say it's 13,000.
Speaking to one of the drivers at the motor park, he gives reasons why he thinks there is an increase in the price of interstate transportation fares.
During Christmas season, we are getting plenty more passenger, and some passenger will carry plenty goods, as what you see by yourself. Now, because of the fuel price, that is why the transport money was increased.
As the festive season approaches, the combination of rising petrol prices and increased passenger demand continues to impact transportation costs, leaving travelers to navigate these challenges as they journey to reunite with their loved ones. In Abuja for News Central, I am Joshua Imarai.
Apologies for that. Welcome back. The news continues in West Africa, where the military regimes of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have rejected the 6-month withdrawal period granted by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, for their definitive withdrawal. In a joint statement read by Mali's Minister of Foreign Affairs, and that's Abdoulaye Diop, the three countries described the deadline as an external attempt of destabilization. The statement, broadcast on Malian public television, indicated that the military government see the ECOWAS decision as interference in their sovereignty. This development highlights the growing tensions between the regional bloc and the military-led governments, which have been in power since coups ousted civilian leaders in the three nations.
Le Collège des chefs d'État de la Confédération AES constate que depuis l'adoption de cette nouvelle posture stratégique, portée par des aspirations légitimes à la liberté et à la paix, la junte française impérialiste sentant ses intérêts menacés, appuyée par certains chefs d'État de la sous-région, tente désespérément de porter un coup d'arrêt à la dynamique émancipatrice enclenchée par l'AES. En réitérant le caractère irréversible et immédiat du retrait des pays de l'AES de la CEDEAO. Dans sa déclaration du 14 décembre 2024, le Collège des chefs d'État de l'AES considère, à juste titre, la décision de proroger pour 6 mois le retrait du Burkina, du Mali et du Niger de la CEDEAO comme étant une énième tentative qui permettrait à la junte française et à ses supplétifs de poursuivre la planification et la conduite des actions de déstabilisation.
Mozambique is bracing for the validation of disputed election results, with opposition leader Venancio Mondlane vowing chaos if the ruling Frelimo party is confirmed as the winner. The Constitutional Council is expected to announce its decision today, which could spark unrest in a country already rocked by violence that has claimed at least 130 lives. Ondele claims the vote was rigged and has promised a new popular uprising if Frelimo's Daniel Chapo is declared the winner. The opposition leader has been in self-imposed exile since the assassination of his lawyer and has appealed to disenchanted younger voters in a country plagued by poverty despite its abundant resources.
Porque eu estava cercado na minha casa, tinha pessoas à minha porta para me impedirem de sair, estava seguido durante toda a noite, mas por isso estive um pouco limitado, é muito cedo estar aqui e queria mesmo estar pontualmente às 10 para iniciar a marcha. E fica a saber, Sr. Comandante, as armas que você tem, o blindado que o senhor tem, o gás lacrimogêneo que você tem, nós o povo que temos. Nós é que lhe conferimos poder e mandato para o senhor exercer essa competência de manter a ordem e manter a lei. Se o senhor, a nós que lhe demos o mandato, o senhor quer reprimir, quer intimidar, quer aterrorizar, o senhor vai obrigar a saber quem é que tem maior poder de aterrorizar a quem. Padre essa machete, papá Armando Guebuza, papá Joaquim Santo, o sangue destes jovens também está nas vossas mãos. O sangue destes jovens está também nas vossas costas. Vocês próprios fizeram um pacto e fizeram-se cúmplices de um regime que se tornou assassino, de um regime que se tornou assassino do seu próprio povo.
Citizens reacted with deep sadness to the deadly car ramming attack at a Christmas party in Marburg, Germany on Friday. That left about 5 people dead and 205 injured, including a 9-year-old child. The suspect, 50-year-old Saudi psychiatrist Talib al-Abdu Mohsen, drove an SUV into a crowded area at high speed. Authorities revealed that Abdu Mohsen held strong anti-Islam views and was angered by Germany's migrant and asylum policies, suggesting personal grievances as the motive. The attack, occurring just days before Christmas, echoed the 2016 Berlin market attack. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has condemned the terrible, insane incident which shocked the nation. Investigators are reviewing Abdu Mohsen's past online posts to understand his motivations, which appear unrelated to jihadist ideology.
Es ist schockiert, traurig, fassungslos, dass sowas hier in Magdeburg passiert. Genau, vor allem Traurigkeit überwiegt, genau.
Die Traurigkeit, dass unsere Welt so weit kommen muss, dass so etwas immer noch passiert, 2024, in einer Welt, wo eigentlich alles so schön sein kann, ja, und es ist eher Traurigkeit.
Also ich muss sagen, ich habe nicht damit gerechnet, dass so viele Menschen heute sich hier versammeln, weil ich schon vermutet habe, dass auch viele gerade auch Angst haben, was ja irgendwo auch verständlich ist. Aber umso schöner finde ich, dass man dem halt keinen Platz bietet und quasi ja, den Opfern gedenkt und sich dafür halt auch hier versammelt.
For more on this, we're joined by Afia Hagen, our international correspondent. Afia, tell us what's the latest on this attack?
Well, the 9-year-old boy that was killed has been named as Andre Gleason, and his mother Andre Gleasoner, and his mother paid tribute to him on social media, calling him her little teddy bear, only 9 years old, and a GoFundMe has been set up for the family that's raised nearly 50,000 euros before it was closed. So lots of people paying tribute to that 9-year-old boy there. 4 other people were killed in that attack. They were all women. They haven't been named as yet. And the suspect, as you said there, is being held in custody at the moment, and he has been named as Talib al-Abdu Mohsen, and he's been called Talib A by the German press today.
And what do we know about the attack suspect?
And yes, that's what a lot of people are trying to figure out today. Who is this person and why would he do this? So Al Abdulmusin came from Saudi Arabia. He turned his back on Islam, and that made him a heretic in the eyes of many in his country. He was born in Saudi Arabia in the palm oasis town of Hofuf in 1974, but little is known about his early life before he moved to Europe at the age of 32. Now, on his social media account, he was quite active on Twitter. He labeled himself as a psychiatrist and also a founder of a Saudi rights movement that had the tag Saudi ex-Muslims. He also founded a website aimed at helping Saudi women leave Saudi Arabia to Europe. Now, the Saudi government are saying that he was a people trafficker and that they had an extensive file on him. And this comes under sort of the umbrella of Saudi Arabia being very, very harsh and very critical on any dissidents in the country at all. You know, really harsh sentences for even saying something about the current leadership on any social media could get you up to 10 years in prison. So they say that he was a people trafficker. They say that he was not a good person, that he wasn't about human rights. And in fact, he was doing what he's doing. He was doing what he was doing as a guise to being a people trafficker.
And just to, my final question for you before I let you go, Afia, what part does the Saudi Arabian and German intelligence agencies have to play in how this unfolded?
Well, it's thought that the Saudi Arabian intelligence agencies alerted the German intelligence agencies that this person could be one person that they should watch. Apparently, they sent 4 so-called verbal notes to the Germans, to the German Foreign Ministry, warning about Talib al-Abdulmusin and saying that he was a suspect, that he's somebody that should be on a watch list. But these 4 verbal notes were ignored, and this could be because he was granted asylum in Germany in 2016. And this was during a time that former Chancellor Angela Merkel pretty much threw open the doors of Germany and really welcomed immigrants into the country. And more than 1 million migrants from the Middle East ended up in Germany, and he was granted asylum and taken up residence in Germany. And perhaps that's the reason why essentially he fell through the cracks and was allowed to garner the strength, the means, and the know-how to commit this attack.
All right. Afia, again, there, our international correspondent, just a bit more insight on the attack in eastern Germany. Afia, many thanks for doing this with us. We're going to a short break. At this point, when we come back, there's more on news now. Stay with us. The Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria, ATCON, has urged regulators to implement practical measures to address the 250 billion naira debt banks owe telco operators for unstructured supplementary service data USSD services. ATCO President emphasized that resolving the crisis is critical for sustaining financial inclusion efforts, particularly in rural areas where USSD bridges gaps in smartphone access and internet connectivity. USSD services play a pivotal role in mobile banking, airtime top-ups, and bill payments. The ATCON president warned that the unresolved debt poses a significant risk to the nation's financial inclusion process. Nigeria's senior men's rugby team, the Stallions, are set to return home on December 25th following their exit from the Rugby Africa Cup. The general manager of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Azeez Ladipo, disclosed this on News Central's flagship program In the Game. The Stallions suffered a narrow 19-24 loss to Ghana on day 2 of the tournament despite an improved second-half performance. Earlier, they endured a 34-10 defeat to Tunisia on day 1. With a squad featuring 24 debutants, the team displayed potential but fell short in their quest for continental success. Ladipo also revealed that the team will depart in different batches as the foreign-based players have already left Tunisia.
we are going to be landing tomorrow back to Nigeria.
All right.
Sorry, on Christmas Day. We'll land on Christmas Day.
Crystal Palace have activated the contract extension clause for Jean-Philippe Mateta, keeping the 27-year-old forward at the club until 2027. Mateta's previous deal was set to expire in June 2026, but the clause was triggered following his impressive performances. The French striker, has been in exceptional form, becoming a key player under the manager Olivier Glasner. But Mateta ended his last season with a remarkable 11 goals in the final 10 games, helping Palace secure a 10th place finish in the Premier League. Australian tennis player Mark Purcell has been provisionally suspended for breaching anti-doping regulations, the International Tennis Integrity Agency announced on Monday. The 26-year-old, ranked 12th in doubles, voluntarily requested the suspension on December 10th after admitting to using a prohibited method. Purcell is now barred from participating in, coaching at, or attending any tennis events sanctioned by tennis governing bodies, including the upcoming Australian Open in January. The breach pertains to a prohibited method, not a banned substance. Now, Purcell, a two-time Grand Slam doubles champion, won the 2022 Wimbledon and 2023 US Open doubles titles. And that's all at this hour. Before we go, let's take another look at some of the major stories. NNPCL stations drop petrol price to 965 naira in Abuja. The federal government condoles with victims of palliative stampedes, warns against politicizing incidents. And we also told you that Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso rejects ECOWAS withdrawal timeline. Now remember that you can watch News Central live on DSTV channel 4221, Star Times channel 274. We're also on Avo TV or stream us live on YouTube. Many thanks for watching. I'm Judith at TV. Bye for now.